Hello and welcome back to the workshop. This time I'm looking to do some flowers for Mother's Day. They're going to be snowdrops. I originally tried experimenting with trying to do a rose, turning a little bit of it and then carving it with a Dremel, but that was a complete and utter failure. So yeah, I will get ourselves over to the lathe and go from there. So there you go. You are basically turning almost a little bell. I just opened it out with a 13mm or half-inch drill, and then popped a 4mm hole through. So once you've gotten to this stage, I've got the Dremel out. There you go. And I'm just then going to cut the 3 petals. I've been having a practice. Oh, there we go. And it does quite a decent job, that. I know it looks huge, but because the walls are very thin, which is what I always intended, that it just makes it easy to cut. And surprisingly, as long as you're careful, they don't break. But that could be the kiss of death, so we'll see. go. I've just sanded them, hand sanded them with a bit of 240 grit, with one casualty, but nature doesn't grow perfectly either, so we'll carry on and use it. Off camera, I have also just turned some little pieces to go in the middle, just a little tiny 4mm diameter there, and sanded them up. So I'm going to glue those into the rest of the pieces, and then I can airbrush them, hopefully white, but we'll see. That's them glued in. Hopefully you can see that. There you go, that's a bit better. Now I've just pushed a bit of stick in there, and I'm going to experiment, because I've got a sample pack of the chestnut colours, but I've also got a sample pack of the Hampshire Sheen. So I'm probably going to do 2 with Hampshire Sheen and 2 with the chestnut, and just see which comes out better. So here we go. That's the chestnut, and that's not doing anything to the colour at all. That's quite disappointing. Right, okay. We'll change over to the Hampshire Sheen, so we see whether that's any better. This is now the Hampshire Sheen. Well, that's a big difference. Hampshire Sheen and chestnut. Chestnut just didn't do anything. Both the same wood, so interesting. Stems I'm going to attach the flowers to. I've ended up having to boil these in a frying pan, which was just about long enough, hopefully anyway, for about half an hour, and then just put them in this little jig. It's just a load of screws which I've just screwed in, and then just gently bent these into place. The camera's now on the tripod, so I've not touched these. You can see that some of these stay in place, and they do, to a point. Some have been more successful than others. That one just unfortunately just bent. I probably won't use that one, but that's better. Let's see what I've been trying to say. So I've just very lightly run a bit of 120 over this, nothing too much, but I'm gonna, again, I've got the chestnut green out there, sample pack, and I've also got the Hampshire Sheen forest green, which I think is probably going to be the one I end up with, but we'll try the chestnut again to see what we get. Right, we'll try the chestnut first. Right, so we'll try the Hampshire next. Right, these two colour tests, let's call them, have finally, well, they dried quite nicely, and you can see what I've been saying with them. This is the Hampshire sheen, which is quite a nice colour, yet this is totally different. Even this probably is a better example. These are both taken from the same piece of tree or bush that I took them from. Yet one, and again, this is the Hampshire sheen, this is the chestnut. It's just treated it, the colours just don't work very well. I'm going to use at least one of these anyway, one because I need it. Right, so I've now glued these in to the stems. There you go. So that's my interpretation of Snowdrops. So off camera, what I am now going to do is I'm going to make a little vase to put them into. I'll show you the final result when we get there. I'll see you in a bit. And we're finally finished. So this is the final outcome. There's the, let's see if I can show you. There we go. There's the vase. Little piece of each. I decided that the Snowdrops, I wish I'd done a lot more, but the bending of these stems was a nightmare. So cut my losses. But what I've actually done is I did two little tulips just to add a bit more colour and also to fill the vase out a little bit better, I think. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with it in places, and in other places I'm maybe not quite as happy. As the stems, I wish I'd found a better way of doing it, but I'm still looking for that better way at the moment. So yeah, we've finished. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you've stayed the course, and if you'd like to give it a like, that would be much appreciated, and maybe even share it amongst your friends, but that would be, again, much appreciated. So I shall see you on the next one. Take care. Cheers. Jeff.